Well, g'day YouTube. Take two, part two. Are we gonna work this time? I don't know. There was a little technical glitch there. I think if I could assess the situation, which I tried to, I would say potentially what happened was we were in a spot where there isn't a great signal, and because I began the stream from there, it didn't connect. I mean, right now I'm seeing great 7,000 kilobits a second, everything's tickety-boo. Down there where we left off last time, I'm not so sure why that didn't work. I am curious about the frame drops in OBS. I'm seeing 28 frames, not 30. And if that starts going down, that's going to be it's going to give you a Jagger experience, not the Mick Jagger. By the way, I know I can't hear you yet, and I'm assuming that no one's here because this is a separate stream URL as well, which kind of sucks on YouTube, but you know about YouTube, don't you? You know about it, folks. You know about YouTube. So I'm going to turn on text-to-speech here so we can get some conversate in the house. I'm going to turn that on so now I can hear if you guys do end up in the chit-chat. So this didn't work before either. See, I see 15 frames a second. What is going on with that? We're not even streaming from OBS, yet it's giving me like lousy frames. That doesn't make any sense. I've got hardware accelerator on. Hey, Chi-Chi's in the house. G'day, Chi-Chi. So you're here. Okay, well, what we're going to do, folks, let's take part two of this. This is what we're going to do today. We're going to go from where we left off last stream, which would have been Orient Point. Now, unfortunately, we're not at the exact same spot we were last time. You can see on that map, that's where we left off. That's where we started this take one. Didn't work. We're going to shift ourselves a little ways along to a favorite spot of mine, Crookhaven Heads. Now, touch wood that all works accordingly because it didn't work before. Let me give you the scene of where we're at right here. It's very pretty here. Very pretty. You're probably going to rather that view. Chi-Chi, thank you, my friend. Stream seems okay. Great. We did have an issue before. I think we resolved it, though. I've got to turn my volume down a little bit here, though. That's just a little bit too loud for me. Well, in that case... Thanks, Rob. Looks better than before. Okay, perfect. Out of curiosity, I do want to drive back down there and see what happens, right? I want to... Gil's in the house. G'day, Gills. How you going, man? Hey, now. So let's fire up this beast. Watch the alarm go off. You knew that was going to happen. All right. Let's peruse back down to the spot where we began, and let's just see what happens. First of all, VDU needs to go off. VDU, you're out of there. Oh, that's my volume, you wally. I just turned the volume all the way down. Oh, you saw my family at Southgate. Ah. Oh, that's nice. Did you say hello to them? Do I know you, TKK? Do we know each other? Dude, that's a spin out, man. Do you know my family? Hang on, who's TKK 9090? That's pretty cool, man. I hope you said hello from me. All right, so we're gonna get out of here. Let's see what happens here. We'll see what happens when we get back down to where we were before. I'm just curious to see what happened. Look at that sun coming through the clouds, though. Wow, that looks rad. You guys seeing that? I hope you are. Oh, it says the door's open. What door's open? This one. All right, it's closed now. A bit of a rocky start there, folks. Now, how are we going? Okay, we're still at 7,000. I gotta say, if something doesn't work, you do the Gil. You stop everything, you start again. That seems to be the solution. But I'm curious to see what happens here. On this episode 3 of Streaming from Stevan, Crookhaven Heads. I think we've just gone past Wombat's house. How you going, Rob? I didn't quite hear what you said then. You can't hear text-to-speech, can you? It's just me. I think we do this every stream, but I just wanted to verify it. So let's just see what happens here if we lose signal. No, we're good. 4,000. I got no explanation as to what happened then. This is where we were. We tried to start here. It didn't work. I thought we should just come back down out of curiosity and check things out. Ah, you're on the phone, TKK. You didn't get the chance to say hi to my family. Do we know each other, man? Do we know each other? So this is literally where we sat before, and we couldn't get more than 1,000 kilobits a second. We are now on 6,000 kilobits. And it doesn't make any sense that we couldn't, because we sat here many times on the stream before. In fact, we ended the stream here. Thank you, Gil. No text-to-speech on the stream. Perfect. I just wanted to make certain of that so that it doesn't get too distracting for you. It's distracting for me, but it has to be because I'm not allowed to touch the VDU whilst driving. I'm touching it right now. I'm not driving. Frames a second are good. I think it's when the display's on. Right, Gil. You know the deal, right? Thank you, Rob. It looks good. We cannot hear it. It's you that can hear it. Can you guys see Jack Black coming into frame probably right about now, walking his dog? Jack Black's about to enter the frame. Should I let him know that you don't always have to fuck a... Oh shit, we're on YouTube, whoops. Sometimes that's not right to do. Sometimes you've got to make some love and give us some smooches too. Sometimes you've got to oh crap, I can't even be singing on you. What am I doing on YouTube? I can't even, like, I honestly can't even sing you some Tenacious D. I could get dinged, right? My bad. Hey, I wonder what happens. So, last week on D-Live, we actually drove down to a spot where I know we're not going to have a signal. It's kind of, you can't see from here, but it's Crookhaven Heads. We're going to go into the meat of Crookhaven. But over yonder, you go down to where the car park is, to where I surf, the northern point of Culburra Beach. And I'm wondering if we had the experience we had last time with low bitrate over there, if that's something similar to what this is, because we've got fine, we're fine right now. So I'm just curious as to see what that might be, if it is anything at all. Either way, let's get out of here because this is Orient Point and we're doing a Crookhaven Heads stream today. So let's get the skedaddle out. We'll give these people their space back. Yeah. See you, man. He's probably wondering why I'm back there again. We were talking before about solar panels and how it charges up and how much cheaper things have got. Like, and when I say talking, I just mean we had a brief conversation, but we were just talking about how, you know, things are so much cheaper these days. I tell you what, let's go the opposite way this time. Let's see what happens with that if we lose bitrate. No, it's good. Very interesting. We'll cruise around the back of Orient Point and then we'll cruise down into Crookhaven Heads. And the spot we're going to go to today, folks, one of my absolute favorite places. I love it there. There will probably... Angus in the house, man! Angus Ferguson. Everybody say hello to Angus in the chat, folks. He's the only person in this chat, aside from Hendrik, who's not here, who's been inside Stevan. How you going, Angus? Good to see you, man. And in fact, I think we drove... Actually, we drove into the bush, didn't we? Yeah, we could probably go and have a look at that spot, actually. Angus Ferguson in the house. You were at the very beginning of streaming from Stevan, the initial phases, trying to get things together. It's taken a long time. This is episode 3, can you believe? From all the time that I've been trying to get this stuff together, we're only at episode 3 now. We've done Culburra Beach, we've done Orient Point, and we're now doing Crookhaven Heads. So 3 episodes in. Rob Ozzy, Angus. the back streets of Orient Point. Interesting side note, this whole area, fiber to the curb internet. Culburra Beach specifically, fiber to the node, the slowest internet. I don't use it though, but it's interesting to note that a little town of 1,000 gets a better connected internet than the main town. A little bit of a glitch there, was there, Rob? Oh, interesting. Who's that? Max 773? I didn't quite catch your handle, but hey, Gibbs and Givers, how you doing, man? We're streaming from Stevan right now. We're about to leave Orient Point en route for Crookhaven Heads. So we'll cruise out down here, this is called Park Row. We're cruising down. Hey, by the way, also, that little bump that I had the other week where I smashed my wheel arch, it's like a fiberglass little hub. Well, I fixed it. It's not on the van yet. I got to paint it and sand it and put it together, but my fiberglassing was pretty shithouse. Pretty bad. Like, actually, it's very bad. However, you probably won't see it. You might see it. Oh, Rob Mack in the house. G'day, Rob Mack. Thank you, Rob Ozzy, for clarifying. Rob Mack in the house. The two Robs. Rob. Very cool. So you'd recognize this strip maybe. We've been down here a few times. This will be the last time though. Although, I beg your pardon, we'll also be doing the D-Live version of this stream in a week's time. We'll have tunes cranking though, and we'll play a cap game. Today it's going to be a pretty localized YouTube stream. Gonna have a couple of jacks, you know it. Got a couple of jacks on ice. Well, they were on ice, now they're just going to be nice and cold. So we're going to swing left here, folks, and we are driving away from a mobile phone tower, so this could be interesting. Ah, Gil. Don't get excited about that, man. Let me tell you about it. It's pretty bad. Hey, should we check out the Oval? Maybe we should do some circle work. Yeah, let's do some circle work, mate. I bet the Oval, the access is going to be closed. They always close it. Yep, it's closed. Shit, you can't drive in there then. I was going to drive in and show you guys, I guess I was going to drive in and show you, but there's not a lot there anyway, but it's closed. Closed. But I do like this about Culburra Beach. There's all these spots where you just, like, you don't have to stick to the road, right? Certainly not in a four-wheel drive. This is Prince Edward Avenue, Rob. Well played, man. Prince Edward Avenue. Yeah, Gil, Bog and Phil. Okay, yeah, maybe I should, dude. You know what? I think I should send you a photo of it, and you can tell me, yeah, dude, get some bog. Because, so hang on, what does the fiberglass do that the bog doesn't do? Like, why couldn't I have just used bog? See, I think I should have just used fiberglass on the back side of it, on the underside where you're not going to see, and then bogged the top, right? I don't have bog, by the way. What is bog? What's it actually called? Because right now, it's stuck together perfectly. It just looks shit. But if I could sand that right off and then bog it and then paint it, it would definitely look better. So I'm wondering what's going to happen here because we are driving away from the tower. Oh, I see 2000, so we dropped down a fair bit. That's cool. I knew this would happen. At least we know this is happening. We didn't expect this before. So let me show you where we're going to park up tonight, folks, for the jack. It'll be in here. And is there anything I should know about bogging? Bog is something and filler. Bog is sand and something filler. Oh, dudes, look at the sun rays beating out of that cloud. Ah, fiberglass is structural support. So is it fair to say I should have just done the fiberglassing on the back to join the two pieces together, because that's the stuff that you're never going to see. That's inside, that's underneath the thing, and then bog the front and sand that back. Yeah, I'll send you a pic. You'll be like, dude, serious? Is that? Charlotte Rose! Oh, I love you, Charlotte. Good to see you back. You didn't miss anything. We had a dud start to this stream, and we stopped it, and we started a new one. So the URL is different now. But we look good here now. I don't understand why that happened, but I stopped it and started it. But this is the spot we're going to come back to. I just hope no one takes it, because I want to show you around a little first. But that's the spot we're going to come back to. Yeah, Gil, I think I'll get some bog, man, and I'll do the right thing, right? I'll do the better job. Because right now, if I painted over that, it would look lousy if I just painted over what I've done. And I know I can do it better. Yeah, bog will hold it together better, says Rob. Okay. Can someone? Oh, Charlotte, it looks tits right now. Great afternoon. Love the way the sun speckles through those rays. Down here is a... Gotcha. Fiberglass will last. Bog will make it look smooth. Speaking of smooth, look at the water down here, folks. Oh my goodness. There's so many spots to actually choose here. If we can't get that spot up there later on, we could easily just come down. Like, I could see straight ahead, there's a little opening here. I could easily just park up in here and position ourselves. That's a beautiful spot for a westerly aspect. But look at this, folks. Look at this beauty. What a beautiful scene here. Tide's out though. That's a little bit should be on its way back in. Isn't this just a piece of divinity? This, don't ask. Yeah, there's a lighthouse up on the top there. Okay, so we're down to 4,000. Interesting. We've gone down a little. There's a lighthouse up on the top, Rob. We probably won't. Well, you definitely won't get to that. Yeah, Charlotte, it is nice, and it's great to have you here tagging along in Steve Ann. I got a couple of jacks ready to roll as well. A couple of cold jacks. Oh, we dropped right down to 1,000. Yeah, I figured that might happen. We're at the extremities of a signal here, folks. Gil, do you still have issues with your ankle, dude? Is that what, I kind of missed one of the comments. Hendrick's in the house. Hendrick, how you going, man? No one's up there, dude. I got that spot, man. I got my name on that spot. We'll come back to there. We'll come back to there very, very soon. And we may lose signal. The further north we go here, we probably will lose a bit of signal strength. We'll see. We're down to 1,000. Hey Hendrik, sex. It is serenity here. Clintus. Is Clintos in the house? Clintos, I didn't hear you speaking, man. So we'll see what happens here. But on the right is the Culburra Beach Haven Tourist Park. Very, very, very popular place in the warmer months, which is what we're heading into nowadays. It's getting warmer and warmer here. Now, out of curiosity, on DLive we did do this and it didn't work. I'm going to chuck a right here, and we probably will lose a lot of signal strength. Just bear that in mind. We are expecting this. You'll probably see some prints, some purple rain, if it does the same thing it did last time. But this is the car park to the northern point of Culburra Beach. So if you're looking on a map, this is where I surf. I'll be streaming tonight, but you got your drive-in theatre, right? You got your drive-in theatre tonight, Gil. I'll swing by later on, dude. Okay, so we're down to 3,000. I just wanted to show you this, but there's nothing really here to see. You can't see the water, unfortunately, but it's right there. It's right through there. Yeah, it's... Actually, the signal seems fine here. The sky looks rad, does it? The sky, though? Okay, so we didn't go anywhere near as bad as last time. That's interesting to note. There's cloud cover. That definitely affects a 4G connection. Yeah. Either way, there's nothing really to see down there. I just thought I'd just do a little check just to see my own curiosity, satisfaction style. Look how bad the road is around here, man. They just don't do any work here. It's like, nah, you guys got the beach. Oh, Clintos, did you do a super chat? That didn't come up. Did you guys hear a super chat? Clintos, sorry dude, thank you man. Hey Rob, thanks for letting me know. I didn't hear it, I didn't see it, I didn't believe it today. I couldn't, then I wasn't, and it didn't matter anyway. You will never quote lyrics on YouTube because you'll get dinged. You got 5G where you are, Charlotte Rose, have you really? That's cool. I mean, I'm gonna use it. Of course I'll use it when it gets, probably never in this area. But 4G with 2 signals seems to be, and the live view solar, of course, that thing's a godsend. Big pothole. I went right over it. Look at this van. Cool van. Now they're parking kind of in the wrong angle because I wanted to park up and show you guys a little bit of the view here, even though you don't really see much. I mean, you can see what we're seeing here. What we're looking at right there is Comerong Island. Rob, if you're looking at your map, that's Comerong Island across and the water in front is the Shoalhaven River, Comerong Island. So let me see what happened there. I didn't hear a super chat. Oh. You know why I didn't hear the super chat? Nothing, no. This is just the nature of how it works. It's got to be I'm grateful for any super chats, but it only reads out ones over a certain dollar amount. I was forgetting that. Charlotte Rose said, Ken, was that Ken Thomas? I heard the chat. I have a Delica. That's what this is, streaming from Steve Van. Mitsubishi Delica. Very cool stuff. Very cool van, actually. Good to see you, man. Thanks for the comments about the wave a day. Charlotte Rose, you said 5G in your area is only for Telstra customers. Now that's good because I've got Telstra and I've got Optus, so I'm streaming on both here to do this IRL stuff. So I've got one modem is Telstra and the other is Optus, which is the safest way to do it, considering all of them have different coverages, roughly. They're roughly the same, but Delicas, right? How cool are they? The only 4-wheel drive van in this country. You guys are going to hit this. Look at this. Watch the GoPro. Oh, sorry, folks. Hold your faces. Ah! Ah, shit. I just drove you through the trees. Please tell me that everything's still fine. Steve Van. The only thing that isn't good about Steve Van in this setup, Charlotte, is that I can't bring someone. Like, I'm literally using the passenger. Ken Thomas in the house. G'day, Ken. Thank you, Rob Ozzy. I appreciate you helping out Rob Ozzy with that. I'm literally using the passenger seat and the passenger footwell for all the tech. So when we do approach Elon and push this thing further forward, a bigger van will also dictate that I'll be able to do a better setup and have passengers with me as well with better camera angles. Elon Musk, I'm going to be hitting him up for a little branded content deal. Elon's got a lot of money. I hope he likes my idea. I hope he believes in what I'm going to pitch. But we're going to build this up first, you know. Telstra gets good coverage here on this car as well, Rob, because I've got a MIMO antenna. That would be cool, a GPS. Wow. A bit of bushy face action. Charlotte Rose, I didn't quite catch that comment. Bushy face action. Oh yeah, up on the. You'll accept that as your only excitement at the moment, Charlotte. Shit. So Rob asked about a hotel, about a lighthouse earlier. The lighthouse is literally straight ahead down that walking track and across a little narrow peninsula, and then up the next headland. And I go down there on my fitness walks, which you would see sometimes, oftentimes. We obviously cannot drive there, not even with a this is a four-wheel drive. Yeah, Ken, by the way, this is a four-wheel drive, the Delica van. That's the only reason I got it, actually. It's the only four-wheel drive van in this country. The only four-wheel drive van is this one. Aside from some Iveco big ones. But what I really want to do is approach Mr. Elon Musk for an endorsement, basically to purchase a van, an electric van, to do this content from using his Starlink satellites. So once that's fully out and rolling, by the way, there's some good swell coming through on that side there, novelty wave style. And once we've got this content sort of finessed, yeah, Charlotte, it's dead still here, which is what I hope for our little drinky poos. I'm going to approach Elon and basically say, this is what I've been doing. This is the content. We've got an audience really enjoying it. I want to drive around the country, Australia, and live stream it. Can your Starlink satellite do what I would like? I thought that was my neighbor. And can you kick in $100,000 for an electric van? Or even by that stage, maybe Tesla have their Cybertruck. The chassis of that is on a van at that point. Who knows? But we need to build this up from the bottom upward, and that's what I'm doing. That's why I'm doing this. You know, I'm putting my head down and I'm going. Speaking of going, let's get out of here, because that guy's wondering what the heck you're doing, man. Who are you talking to? What, you never seen a guy live stream from a van before? Get out of here. This guy. Can't take him anywhere. Bog. I've got to do a bog job. Love a bog job. I've never done one before. Anything to note about a bog job? Anything that I should be looking out towards? Speaking of looking out towards, thank you. Thank you for the good luck wishes, Charlotte. Hand with light skin, middle tone finger outstretched, reaching. Put it out there in the universe. Hey, that's too bright. So we will now see the sea, the Tasman Sea, through the ways here. And what you're looking at directly in front of Stevan is two headlands. You see the headlands there? You see them. The one closest to where we are is Penguin Head, where we've literally sat in Stevan on the first episode, the Culburra Beach episode. We were over there. The next one you see further yonder to the south, that one, all fingers crossed, and you could all, yeah, but hey Rob, in regards to Elon, when it comes time to promoting it, I'm gonna make a video. I'm gonna make a YouTube video. It's gonna be like an 8-minute, very concise summary with some highlight reels. And I just want to build this. I want to build this concept first. I want to get this something, and then be able to say to Elon, dude, look what we're doing, man. Like, we're using pretty primitive technology and it's working. I know you've got better tech. I know you've got a better vehicle up your sleeve. Can we get a brand deal together here? Sorry, the other headland further south is a place called, why am I stumbling? Not Comerong Island. What am I stumbling? We're looking at the headland of blah. I've had a mental block here. I've had a mental block. It's called, I go there all the time. It's where I got stung by a stingray. It's also where Goseng's Tunnel is. Beecroft Peninsula. What's the place called? Starts with a C. Why can't I remember it? I've got to have a look on a map here, folks. Why can I not remember? Why can I not remember where that is? Maps. Oh, you mean the next person that walks past, Rob? Sorry, I got you, man. Currarong. What the hell? How could I not remember Currarong? That's Currarong right there. Hey, I should check the stream here while we're here, folks, on my YouTube channel, just to verify that the stream is working. Of course, go to home. We should be able to bring this up. It's funny how when you go to a YouTube channel, oh no, it does tell you. I was going to say it doesn't tell you that he's live. You go to the channel and it says I'm live right there. It says we got 13 viewers here. Oh wow, that looks rad. That looks rad. Now who was that? Sorry. Oh, I got the chat right here. Peachy in the house. Hey Peachy, who was the other person that said great concept? I didn't quite catch the handle. I've got text-to-speech on because I'm not allowed to look at a stream while I'm driving, even though I just did, but I'm not driving. I was stationary even though I was in a vehicle. You need a portable barbecue? I've actually got one, Shyla. I've got one. I've got a little gas cooker and a little gas stove. I'm pretty much set here to camp for at least a night, maybe two. Yeah, I'm pretty set for that. Oh, Billsy's in the house. Wow, dude. How you going, man? Adam Billsy in the house, folks. Been a hot minute since we've seen yourself, dude. How you going, man? Anybody watch the Lego Masters? What was it called? Lego Master Builders? Lego Master somethings? Adam Billsy on the show. Also a YouTuber. Yeah, I haven't seen you for a while, Adam. Good to see you, man. We are streaming from Stevan here. This is what I wanted to do. The moment I thought about live streaming, I thought, I've got to do it in a vehicle. Oh, Charlotte Rose with some Jack barbecue sauce. Now that'd be really cool. Yeah, this is, Billsy, this is what I wanted to do. The moment I thought about live streaming, I thought, I've got to do it IRL. I've got to do it driving to showcase the country. But there are so many tech things making it difficult, right? Number one, obviously, is internet. But I've got two 4G connections, one Optus, one Telstra. They're coming into this van through what's called a MIMO antenna system, multi-in, multi-out. Lego Masters, that was the channel, and that was the show. And then I've got a cloud-based bonding service with hardware called the LiveView Solo. Now that joins the two signals and sends it up to a cloud. Sorry, it sends both signals to the cloud and then it stitches them together, choosing the best one. And you can also add 4. So I could, if I had another phone which had another signal, I could theoretically bond those 3 together and definitely get a solid signal. By the way, folks, that is Crookhaven Heads in its entirety. So there's nothing else to be seen in this little suburb except for my favorite spot, which we're going to go to. Yeah, we're going to go up here now. Watch out, kids. And we're going to get a spot going and a couple of jacks, and we're going to sit down. Because there's nothing else to be... Oh, there's a dude there. There's a dude there. I knew that'd be happening, right? There's a dude at the spot. So what are we going to do? We're going to wait for the dude to go, or are we going to just park up next to him? I feel like we're going to wait. I feel like we're going to wait and come back maybe. I mean, we can go back down to the water again, I suppose. These guys are on bikes. We don't have 5 grams 5G here at the moment, Billsy. It's funny you didn't see this, but the text-to-speech read out 5G as 5 grams. Yeah, we don't have it yet. By the way, those people on the bikes, I'm gonna come back. I want that spot. Yeah, we don't have 5G yet down here, dude, but definitely the moment we do, I will try for that. See, if I got a 5G modem and pump that into the system, then you've got 3 signals, 2 4G and 1 5G. Well, Charlotte, we've got a little bit of time, but if it comes down to it, I'll just drive up there and stop there. Like, I'm not going to let someone that's sitting there stop me, right? I'm not going to let them ruin the content. I mean, they might be in on it. They might also be like, what are you doing, man? You live streaming? No, I don't want to be on the live stream. Okay, see ya. But I don't want to take over their beautiful afternoon. But holy shit, it is a fantastic afternoon. It's dead still. There's heaps of people down here. This is exciting. We've already been down here once. I'm just going to come down again to kill a little bit of time. Then we'll go back up there. It's through this staircase, by the way. But look at this. And also, I could get onto that grass if I really wanted to and park up down there as well. So there is options. There's definitely options. There's options coming out the wazoo. That's right, Ken. 5G would be worse because you've got to be very close to the tower. The only way 5G would be any benefit to me is if it was, is if they had many 5G antennas in this area, which they're not going to do. It's a rural area. Sunset's 5:41, and so it's 4:30 right now. So we still got a bit of time up our sleeveses. So we're good here. But yeah, the 5G situation. Is it going to be something I'm going to use, or am I going to go straight to Elon's Starlink satellites? That's going to be my main pitch. My main pitch is going to be to Elon. I'm going to say, Elon, I've already done this successfully with 4G, and I'm streaming at 7,000 bits right now, 7,000 kilobits. I've already done this successfully with 4G, with 2 signals. I know you've got your Starlink satellite. Can we, Billsy's got a split. Thanks, Billsy. I did hear you say before you check in every now and then. Thank you, man. Take care, dude. Yeah, I'm going to pitch it to Elon, and I'm going to say, ideally, Elon, I wouldn't use where your mouth is, and hook me up, and we will promote the shizzle out of it. Now, see where these penguins are, folks? Pelicans. I could technically drive up there. I'm on a 4-wheel drive here. I could just go over that curb and park up. See straight ahead? See there's 3 little bungalows? I could drive to the end there and park up, and we would get essentially a westerly facing aspect. No chance of any wind, perfectly secluded. But I really want the table up the top there where those yahoos are. But I guess what we'll do, okay, we'll call it at, it's 4:38 right now. Let's call it at, if it gets to 5 minutes to 5, and those people, which you can't quite see, they're off to the right, if they're still at that bench at 5 minutes to 5, then we'll choose a different location. We'll probably go across there. If they've gone, we'll take that spot. Sound like a deal? A steal? A plan? So what will we do in the meantime? I guess we could... just cruise... I guess we could just cruise up slowly back up there. I'm just curious. I don't want them to... I don't want them to feel like I'm stalking. You know what I should do? I should go to the bathroom. There's a bathroom down there, folks. I'm going to swing around and go to the bathroom. We'll do this now. Oh, there's a little turning spot up here. I'll use the bathroom. Then I'll check again where they're at. That's a good idea. So we'll do a little U-bolt here. I'll give you guys a bit of a view of the Crookhaven Heads toilet block. Oh, you won't be seeing that. Unless you really want to. This is spectacular though. Shee. Oh man. This is beautiful out here. So where will I put it just so that you guys can see a bit of a view while I go to the bathroom? There's the bathroom on the left. So I'm going to just pop it like this. I'm going to pop it here. I'm just going to pop it like this. You guys can enjoy that view while I drain the main vein. Oh shit, I got to take these out. Almost just jumped out. See you in a sec, folks. How nice is this? Holy crab apples. Also, I cut myself on my belt, of all things. Look at that, a little bit of a blood there. Yeah, cut myself on my freaking belt. Sometimes I think I want to fail. Let me grab the old Kansas so I can hear you lovely specimens. Did you enjoy that? Sunset style? Oh, gee, mama. How about that? It's a slice of McDice. Now that I drained some water out, let's put some back in. Man, this is looking beautiful. All right, let's go back up and check on our spot. I guess I should first just confirm that the stream is still looking good. I can touch the VDU because we're not driving. It says 20 frames a second. Weird. No, 30. That's good. Wow, that's bright, man. Shit, that's really bright. Okay. Peachy, everything's good for you, Peachy? Ah, shit. That always happens. Isn't that weird? How that happens, why that happens, I don't really know. I guess I should reverse out a little here. Let's reverse all the way out. Yeah, Peachy, everything good with your health? I just hear Charlotte confirming. Good to know. Good to know. Good to hear. Happy times. Ouch. Little cut right on the edge of my thumbnail. Not fun. Not fun for Christmas. See, we could even park there again. Of course, there's plenty of options. We got options coming out the wazoo here, folks. People staring at me. This dude in that car was just like, looked like a grumpy old man. Oh, they're still there. Shit. What's the time? Okay, it's 4:43. They're still there. Okay, well, we did say 5. We said give them 5 to 5. See, the thing is, this dude's got his helmet on. He's still got a helmet on, so he's not. They're not hunkering down for the long haul. If he hasn't even taken his bicycle helmet off, that's my gut feeling. If he hasn't taken his bicycle helmet off, they're not going to be there for the long haul. That's what I'm hoping. Ooh, out of towners. That was a Victoria number plate. Or was it Canberra? Canberra's blue, isn't it? No, Perth's blue. It can't be from out of town. It's COVID style. I think that was Canberra. Canberra's blue? Perth is blue with a yellow sun on it. Canberra is just blue with the... Whereas Canberra blue and black? I cannot remember. The cut is on the right thumb, Peachy. I don't want to trend like that though. So these dudes are just sitting there. So what we'll do... What will we do? Well, they got 10 more entire minutes to decide what they're going to do. And then I'll decide what I'm going to do. Pretty nice spot though. If I drive by really slowly, will they get the hint? A hired car, interstate plates. Yeah, possibly, Hendrik. Hey, look at this. I've seen dudes parked up here once before. I could go through and show you, have a look at it. There's a little opening up here. Being that I've got a four-wheel drive, I can certainly go up here and drive along this ridge. I mean, this doesn't face anywhere, but it's a nice little spot, right? Just sitting here under the tree. If it was super windy and we were trying to avoid any windswept areas, actually, you know what we can do? We could sit here and keep an eye on those yahoos. Let's turn around and we'll sit there and keep an eye on them. And that way we can keep an eye on the clock as well. So we'll turn this sucker around. We'll do it like this. I've got a curb hopper. What was that, Peachy? Did you leave everybody else back at the rest area? You guys, that's going to be too bright for you guys to look at though, isn't it? That's way too bright for me to look at. However... Oh, they're going! They're getting up. They're getting up. She's got a helmet on, he's got his helmet on. They're done, folks. Let us get our spot for the sunset. Hell yeah. Yep, they're getting on their bike. So I'm gonna just drive around. This is, I've already planned this out, folks. Even though there's a car there, this is the plan here. This is the plan. We go up on the embankment here. It's a pretty nice spot to just sit and face a particular angle. And for Stevan, we do need a Stevan to be up here. So I've got this already sussed out. I've checked it out before. I'm going to put Stevan pretty much... That was your sister? Really, Hendrik? How do you... Really? I've got to just check that if I'm in the right spot here to park up, because I've got this all planned. Oh, that's going to be perfect. I've got to go forward a little more. Where's the seat? There's a bench just there. Okay, so yeah, okay. How am I going to? But hang on. Hang on a sec. I've got to get out and have a look at this. Maybe I've done this slightly wrong. Let me just confirm. kind of confusing because I got to put Stevan right alongside the, you can't see it, there's a bench there. But then I'm thinking, am I going to use the bench to sit on, or am I going to use the bench to put my laptop on? If that's the case, I've got to get right up alongside it, which is definitely possible. I've got to sort of back it back out. Actually, I'll just go out forwards and then just put it straight in this way. Yeah, I think that's the way to do it. I had sort of planned this, but now that I'm looking at it, I think my plan was incorrect. So let's try this. Let's try this. We'll just do a loop around. Hendrik, sigh. So I'll do a little circuit here. I'll just curve bounce a little. Yeah, and I'll drive straight up that curb. I got this. Hasn't got a great turning radius, Stevan. In fact, I'm not going to make this, am I? Nah, not a chance. All right, so what we're going to do, you see the bench. We're going to sidle up right alongside that, and that's going to be. I'm still going to get my chair out, but the table is going to be where Stevan is going to sit. Not Stevan, the laptop. So we'll be able to just sidle up there. I want to make certain I'm not so close that I can't open the door though. So I think, let me just get out and have a look at that. I think that's pretty much it though. Got about maybe 2 feet I can go forward here, just a little further forward. Won't make a huge difference, but probably about there. Let's verify. I'm gonna jimmy it a little. I'm gonna jimmy it a little closer. Sorry, a little further away. Not much, just a little. Go like this, and go like this. Probably there. Let me double check that. Yeah, that's perfect. All right, well, I think this is perfect, folks. What's going to happen now? A little bit of faffing around there, but I think we do have a good spot here to you know what, though? The sun's kind of all this positioning, the sunset's kind of behind the trees, and it's not going to... How are we going to... Hang on, let me verify. I don't reckon it's the greatest spot for you guys to see the sunset. I reckon we got to go a little, there's not much left here to go, but a little further forward, just a nudge. And now I won't be able to walk in front there. I just think that the angle here, you're not really seeing the sunset. Yeah, I'm up. I honestly don't think this is going to be good. The whole spot isn't really suitable just because of the position of the sun, like how it's angling. Or the only way to do it would be to okay. The only way to do it properly would be to not use that bench. The bench is kind of I'm trying to work the bench into the scenario, but the bench is kind of making it difficult because the bench is too far back. So if what have we got here? If I just put Stevan up there and made my own seat, which I normally do anyway, I think that's going to be better. You're enjoying the views, Peachy? Sorry about this faffing around. I thought this would be a lot easier or a lot better, but it's actually not that great from here with Stevan. It's nice to sit here, but with Stevan, I don't know if it might be better to go down by the water. It might be better to go down on that other spot that I said. Realistically, it might be, you know? But here, oh, wait a second, let's have a look at that. Let's have a look. Yeah, I reckon it's going to be okay here if we ignore the bench. If we ignore the bench, we should be good. Let's go about here. I think that's as far forward as I'm allowed to go, or as I want to go. All right, well that's going to be it. That's the spot. That's where we're going to sit. So it's a little bit of a hideous mission to get to this spot, but what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take an intermission to set up my table. I was going to use that table, but it's not going to work. So give me some time here. Let me just do something before I forget. Let me just turn the VDU up. Everything's cool. So we're gonna take an intermission here, and when we come back, it will be drinking some Jack time. See you soon. Did we land? Did we land? Did we land? I think we landed. The only thing is, I can't hear you because I forgot to plug my Kansas in, but I think we landed. I think we landed. Let me just check. Oh, it's on this side. Of course it is. I think we landed. I think we landed. I've got to get a chat up here so I can see the chat. I think we landed. I think we landed quite well. So behind me, you can see, first of all, let's put some light up here as well. Oh, I've turned off text-to-speech, haven't I? No, I haven't. That's still on. What a spectacular sunset this is going to be. Hopefully. Are we okay here? I can't hear the chat. I see Gil, Charlotte Rose. Are we good? Are we good? Have we landed? Let me know if we landed. I think we did. This light's in the frame. I don't like that. I want to get that out of the frame, but I also want it to be powerful, so I'll move my head closer to it. I got you, Rob. I got you there now, Rob. It's always concerning when you come back from a transitional period like that and you're not sure if the chat's there with you. But Rob, I heard you there. I got the chat here. We can hear you. Everything's fine. That was a good transition. Okay, perfect. Well, folks, you see the view? You see how stunning this area is? Are you enjoying that? I'm enjoying it. It's warm here too. I don't need a hoodie on, but I'm preparing for the cold. It's gonna get cold. I'm also preparing for the first of 2 jacks. I'm only allowed to have 2 as I'm driving. That's all I can have. So I plan on having the 2. Although I kind of want to show you guys, do I have NDI set up here? I don't have an NDI source set up. Oh, that's a bit of a, wait a sec, maybe I do. I don't have an NDI source set up here. I was gonna show you around. I mean, you've seen that with the vehicle with driving, but there's a delay, Rob says, with the TTS. Yeah, okay. That's okay. At this point, I know I'm underexposed. I know my face is dark, and that's the best we can do with this lamp, with this light. But as that sun gets lower and lower, you should start to see me light up a little more. But yeah, for the time being, that's what we're dealing with. So I will work on getting an ND. Did I put the NDI in here? I thought I put it in. I didn't. I'll put the NDI in next time and we'll be able to like just, I guess I could do it right now. I guess I could do it right now. NDI source. Source name. I guess I've got to be on Wi-Fi though, don't I? Turn Wi-Fi on. Turn Wi-Fi on, and then it's going to be the same Wi-Fi as here, Optus Wi-Fi. Okay, that's the same Wi-Fi. I'm going to kill this stream here for the time being, so I can't watch along. Boys, light up. You like that song, Charlotte Rose? Let me just turn on the NDI camera here. Now this should give me connecting. And then I can go back down to NDI source. This should bring it straight up. Okay, it's not there. I don't see it there. I'll do this off connection method, Wi-Fi. Done. Connected using Wi-Fi. Okay, this should work then. This should work. I probably should do this off stream, right? You know what? It's not worth doing now. It's not working. It's not worth doing now. I'll do this off stream another time, folks. I was going to show you around. It kind of baffles me that it's not working, but I'm on the same Wi-Fi. Sync is network, hardware acceleration. Should be there. Or maybe I'll just kill it and start again here. Cam disconnected. Okay, now it's connected. Connected by Wi-Fi. It should just be coming up there. It's not. It's not doing it. Nah, I don't know, folks. I'm gonna kill that. Doesn't work. It's not working. Let's enjoy a Jack and the sunset. Let's enjoy a Jack and the sunset. That's primarily what we're here for. Okay. Cheers, folks. Cheers to streaming from Stevan. I gotta get a little closer here. How's that? That's better. That feels better. I'm feeling more of the frame with you lovely specimens. That light could be over a bit more. Ah, shit, get out of frame. See, this is what I was trying to assess this afternoon. The table behind me is the what? The Taralan. Is that an island? That's Comerong Island behind me. And we're going to go there on the stream too sometime. Folks, thank you for another wonderful Streaming from Stevan episode. Episode 3, we've done 3 episodes. Culborough Beach, Orient Point, and now Crookhaven Heads. Cheerses. Oh, the first sip of a Jack and Coke. Yes. Dudes, it's ice cold as well. This is great. Ah. So, talk to me. Let's have a chit chat. Oh wow, that's pretty dark actually there. Interesting. That's nice. That looks rad. Seven people in the chat. Hello, 7 people. Good to see you. Behind me is the sunset, Comerong Island style. We're just chilling here, having a Jack and Cola on a Streaming from Stevan episode. The plan is to build this up, to make this big, to get this thing international. It's going to take the help of YouTube though, and it's going to take the help of you guys. So if you like what you're seeing here, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Also, hit that little notification bell. Make sure you are notified of when I go live next time so you don't miss it. Anything else I should be adding to that? Thank you. Thank you to Blair, my latest patron supporter. Blair, B-L-E-H, became a patron supporter. $10. Very nice of Blair. I'm going to make a daily vlog thanking him this evening, actually. But nice to have you, Blair. If you're watching this or if you're watching the replay, it's good to see you, good to know you, good to have you. Very nice. So once the exposure starts changing on the sunset, you got to let me know and we'll change the camera exposure as well. Huh. Oh, guys. Dude, that looks insanitized. Let me ask you this. Do you want to hear that underlay audio, or do you want to hear the sounds of the sounds of silence? I quite like the track, but if you want to hear the sounds of Australia, let me know. I'll do what I can. You're awfully quiet in there tonight, folks. You're awfully quiet there. Have I done something to annoy you? Have I said something wrong? Don't let this be the end of us. Benny in the chit chat. Hey, Benny. How you going, Benny? Good to see you, man. Rob Mack, nice spot, Gibbs. I might join you in having a quiet beverage. You're going to have a beverage as well? That'd be rad, Rob. Cheers, and raise the glasses to anybody who's having a sneaky little beverage. Holy moly! As soon as that sun went behind that cloud, it got cold. I'm going to get my other jacket. Holy crab apples, that went cold quickly. Got my hood, got my Canadian toque, got my big winter jacket. Get this thing on in preparation for what's coming. And what's coming is cold, cold winter or spring evening. I just want to keep warm now. I don't want to get anywhere near as cold as I was the end of that D-Live stream at Orient Point. Holy crap, that was freezing. If I keep warm now, the warmth will stay here with me. But that sun dipped behind that cloud and it went, see you later, warmth. How you doing, Benny? What's going down in Bennytown? Benny Crawford Designs makes awesome surfboards. He made one for me. I haven't surfed with it yet, but I will be very, very soon. I'm getting pumped, Benny. I know you are. Cheers. Father's Day. I'm sorry, yeah, I don't have a father, so I kind of, Father's Day kind of comes and goes without any hoo-ha for me. But I hope all the fathers out there, have had a terrific day. Is it and tomorrow, isn't it? It's always Sundays. At least I can remember Jules at this point on a Father's Day. I remember him a lot, though. It doesn't take one day, but... Some native birds doing their thing over there as well. You see can you guys see the trash on the ground? You probably can't. Let me know about ramping up exposures as well. I feel like I should ramp that now, actually. Let's do it. I'll put it down a little there. Just let me know. Oh, we've still got it. You see what's happening there with the sun? It's got another band to go through. It's got this open area. So we're going to get bright again. It's going to get warm again. Oh, why have my chat's not refreshing here? That's okay. Whoa. That's too far away, isn't it? I've got to sit up next to the light. That's cool. Benny, I got one of the last jacks from the 6-pack that you bought. This is it. I got another one, obviously, but then it's all over. Wop, 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 wop. But I can only have 2 anyway, so all good. Oh, my Wi-Fi. Because I got 2 modems, I'll choose the other Wi-Fi. If the Optus one's not working so well, I'll go with the one that's streaming from. Well, they're both streaming from this one, but I'll choose this one. "14 years ago, Steve Irwin died." Wow, dude, that's gone fast. Charlotte, I'm gonna read that out. I'm gonna read that quote out. Benny, very good, very good, very good. Benny said, "Kill the underground, the underlay audio." Very cool, very cool. Let's do that. I can do that easily. Done. I wondered about that. I thought, you know, yeah. Charlotte, I'm gonna read that quote out. "Kudos to the men that actually want to be a part of their children's lives. Sad that some use the kids to hurt the mother even worse." Now that is a sorry state of affairs, isn't it? That is shit. That is shit. I'm sorry you're going through that. I'm sorry your kids are going through that as well. Rant over. Yeah. No, fair point. Someone clip this. Wait a second. No worries, Benny. This is a two-way street. It's a two-way street. Whenever I do that on D-Live, I now think about Kill. It's a two-way street. It's a two-way street. That's funny.
Look how serene that looks. Why are these people driving away? You hear cars going away? Now, here's the thing. This is what I think they're doing. I think they're going to get their friends and say, dudes, you got to come down to Crookhaven. I'll go and pick you up, man. It's perfect. Come down. Because why would you drive away from that right now? Look at it. As far as sunsets go, this is the best one we've had so far. Beautiful sounds here, Benny. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? It's much better without the tune on. Background tune's important for driving, but not when we've got to a spot. Super nice back here. Rob, how are we meant to clip? There's no clip button. Yeah. Do they not have anything like that? Do YouTube not have a clip function at all? I mean, heaven forbid YouTube's behind, but, you know. Should I be on manual focus here, folks? Is it popping in and out of focus on my face? Should I switch to manual? Yeah, there's plenty of whipbirds out here. They're awesome. Yeah, very cool. There's 6 people on that jetty, and there's this jetty over here, and there's that jetty. There's 3 jetties. I don't know if there's that jetty. There's that jetty, and there's that jetty. Look at that dude down there having a great time in his life. Having a drink for Father's Day, as I am both mum and dad to my boys. Yeah, there you go, Charlotte. Have a big one. Have a double. Poopsie, you know. Poopsie says, yeah, she says that a lot, doesn't she? You know. Uncle Benny, when she says Uncle Benny, I always say, Uncle Portia, and she's like, Uncle Benny, Uncle Portia? No, Uncle Benny, Uncle Portia. And it's like, okay, pushing it a little too far there, Uncle Benny. Calm down. You don't want this kid to grow up to be an absolute nut. You want it to be a minimal nut, right? Like, you want it to be like an average nut, not an absolute nut. I'll do that. I'll take that role. She can take half a roll of that. Dudes, far out. Cheers, Charlotte. Wine glass. Yes. Dudes. I mean, at this point, when it's so beautiful, I'm going to say, Charlotte Rose says her facial expressions when you yell out, like when the candle burnt you. Right. I'm going to say at this point, how amazing is Australia? I've had 3/4 of this, and this is happening behind me. I mean, this is a pretty rad place to be. Hendrik, how you going, Hendrik? Is this the same area where I saw a bird and thought it was a dog? Yes, right here. Good memory, Rob, good memory. I reviewed the country cocktails, 2 country cocktails from Jack Daniels that Mindy had sent me all the way from the States at great expense. And by the way, that review I just did, the seltzer, holy shit, dudes. That was expensive. I don't even want to tell you how much that was for me to get. For what it was, for that drink, it's like... And by the way, 4.9%. 4.8. What does it say at 4.8? Yeah, 4.8%. We don't even get a fiver. We don't even get a 5% banger. We get 4.8 in this country. I mean, I'm willing to forego 0.2 of a decimal point to get this. It is, Benny, beautiful and very peaceful here. Very peaceful. Very peaceful here. Should we change the exposure here, folks? Let's give you a little bit more. Yeah, let me know whenever that happens, folks. Whenever you think that the background music should be killed, just say, dude, man, you're in real life. Kill the tunes. And I'll do it. I'll do it for you because I want you to have the experience that I have with you and me together. Yeah, I can see an alcohol in there. I can see one in there. There's an alcohol in this beverage for sure. I'm thinking I should be on manual focus though, I gotta be honest. I'm gonna try locking it off on manual. That's manual focus. Yeah, Benny. Rob says, Benny says it's such a rad gradient in the sky. It's gonna get even better. The longer we move into warmer, the more we move into warmer weather, the longer the sunset's going to get. And so, yeah, we're going to get good. It's going to be very good. Rob Ozzie says, it came up in recommended. Rob, I was going to talk to you about that because I know that you've said a bunch of times to me recently that a lot of my content is getting recommended to you. While that is good, that's not YouTube doing anything great because you're already subbed and you're already watching content. So when a channel gets recommended, the ultimate recommend would be a channel getting recommended to a channel that's never seen that channel before. But it is rad that they're recommending it. But it would be better if they recommended my content to someone who, let's say you didn't have a YouTube channel or an account on YouTube, and you just happened to go on YouTube and you watched a vlog about, maybe you watched like a sunset vlog, and the next thing that you should be able to see is an IRL sunset stream. That should be what's being recommended. But I don't want to come across ungrateful. I appreciate what you're telling me, Rob, and you've been telling it to me for a little while now. But it's not the greatest thing from YouTube to recommend to you a channel you're already subbed to. It'd be rad if they did that to people that were not subbed. In the chat, Charlotte says, a lot of us are locked down. These streams are much appreciated, Benon. Thank you, Charlotte. Thank you. True, Charlotte. I totally second that, Charlotte, says Hendrik. Rob said true. Well, thank you. Thank you. I think we're so lucky to be able to do this. Right? Super lucky. Look at this vision. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Somewhat freaking beautiful, isn't it? Very, very lucky. Very lucky. Australia. Charlotte's asking about riots. You see all that riot bullshit, Hendrik? And the mystery cases. What's going off? Is it popping up again in Victoria? Oh, you guys get your you guys get your out of lockdown plan tomorrow, right? All the information's coming tomorrow. What's going on? Like, how do you move from stage 3 or stage 4 back to stage 3? What does it look like? Interesting, yeah. Oh man, I'm getting bitten here. You're on stage 3. Charlotte says she's going to go for a drive today, but I was scared I'll get pulled up even though we're on stage 3. So it depends where you go though, doesn't it? Like, you're only allowed to go a certain distance. Benny, excellent weather. We got lucky, dude. We got lucky. Oh, they're saying a 2-week extension on the lockdown, Charlotte. Shit. Shit. TKK, talking about the blur on the sunset, right? Looks rad, doesn't it? It's a shame that that tree is just there. And if I had Hendrik, if you're here still, if I had sat on that bench, that angle would have been even more around. Like, it's a shame that that tree, but I mean, it's not that bad. The riot was in America, Rob Ozzy. Melbourne riots, says Shiloh, about COVID. Let me give you some more exposure here, folks. So basically what I'm doing there to get more light into the camera, please kick some quick images of that sunset. You're gonna have to get a screenshot, my friend, off the stream, Scott, off the streamy. Should we turn this down a little? Let's lower a little bit of gain there. That's better. See, I'm in two minds about photography and that. Like, if I did have my 1DX here, I'd just shoot a couple of frames of that for sure. But then again, sunset photography, every Jack and Nenny does it, right? I'd rather be the guy doing the stream in front of the sunset rather than the guy shooting a photo of the sunset. So take that. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Folks, I'm going to grab my second Jack here. Because this one is taut. Est is taut. Melbourne will get 2 more weeks. Can someone get a frame grab of this? Just get a shot of this, like me just being like sunset with Jack, and like, I mean, in an ideal world, this would be an endorsement. In the real world, it's not. Thanks, Jack Daniels. I'm supporting their product regardless, so much so I'm going to get my second one. Ah, shit, yeah. You might have to go the other way, dude. Yeah. Oh no, go around that. Don't knock those cables over. Thanks, man. Just had a couple of kids that were trying to scoot kind of through this section, and there's just too much cables here, so just go around. That's cool. This is a sunset to ride home about. Hell yeah. Second Jack, folks. This is pretty cool how it says Jasper Jack Newton, Daniel, on the back there. Ah, yeah. I do love the can, the artwork. I do like this product. TKK said, Gibbs, have you done much landscape photography? You know what? I have done. I would rather shoot a model in this spot. Like if that's the beautiful sunset that it is, which is completely gone, just dropped over, I would much rather have a model, a scantily clad woman in the foreground, which I can light up, kind of like what I'm doing now, like balance this exposure here to that and have something rad in the foreground. And I've done a lot of it in the past, but in the last, say, in the last 10 years, I've done less and less of it. Not that I don't like naked women. I've just kind of thought, I've just done a lot of it, and I've done more. How do I explain this? I've done almost everything I wanted to do with that style of photography. So I'm not looking to do it again, but if it came to me and if I got approached and said, oh, we need this and that, can you do it? I'd do it, but I'm not really pursuing it like I once did. And Benny said it'd be a great secondary income source. landscape photography, the model stuff was great work. Like some of these models, like, and I'm talking not just models, but I'm talking escorts. They make so much money. Like, you know, some of the escorts I've worked with, you look at their rates and it's like, you seriously get $35,000 for a weekend? So you make 35 grand in a day and a half. And let's not beat around the bush, they're having sex, right? I mean, some people pay for that, right? And you earn it. It's like, wow. So they can afford $700 for a photo shoot. Whereas landscape, what am I going to do? Try to sell a photo of a sunset? I just put a give sunset JD pic in the general chat on Discord. Did you put a link to the stream? Can you put a link to this stream? By the way, let's not make any mistakes here. Can you guys all share this link out? Like literally go and paste this link everywhere. Paste it on your Facebooks. Paste it on anything. Say, hey, there's this guy doing this live stream. I would never ask you to do that before. Actually, I did at the end. I was kind of getting towards that. But please, share this shit out. Get it out there. Do what you can to help me reach more people. That's a good phrase, right? Do what you can to help me to reach more of you. Let me give you some more exposure here, folks. We'll go down to, oh, shit. And the light can go down a little. Yeah, Benny, I take the suggestion, man. I like that you suggested it. I don't think I'm going to go down that avenue, trying to make money off landscape photography. I got a friend who's done that as his life. Go and search D. Kramer photography. Be rad to have him down here, actually. He's not far from here. You've seen him on the channel. We did the bioluminescence vlogs together. Landscapes aren't easy to make money from. Too right, Hendrik. You know, my friend's been doing it for near on 20 years now, and it's difficult, man. It's very difficult. And he's really, really good. And I'm really, really shit. To be honest, I'm shit at it. So I probably wouldn't really... I would do it for a laugh and for my own pleasure. But to make money from it, I'd rather focus my time on this because no one else is doing this yet. That's the way I look at it. Is he happy, my friend D. Kramer? No, not at all. Every time I see him, he's always talking about how much debt he's in and how hard it... Like, I remember one time, I'm not going to give you the exact figure because I don't want to like put that out there, but he was saying to me, and by the way, this is when I just come back from Adelaide, so I was in a bad state of mind. He was saying to me how, like, because I wasn't working at that point, I hadn't got my job at the library at that point. I was in the breakup zone and I hadn't got a new job yet, and I was back in my home city, and he was saying, how much do you need to cover your bases for the week, for the month? And I said, to cover everything, not much, maybe 2.5 grand. And what he told me that he needs per month to make, I was like, holy shit, dude, what happens if you don't get that? He says, well, then we start to forego on our loans. I was like, so because D made the bad mistake, right? D made a bad decision in not just taking the photos, but he also printed and canvassed them and sold them from his gallery. He's got a gallery space. We should do a stream from there, actually. Oh, it's in a valley. It's in the Macquarie Rivulet. It's a very, very sketchy spot for internet. But he went in deep with buying printers and doing all the stuff himself. He really wanted to be the only one touching his work, and that's admirable. But he went in hardcore with the finances, and to make the money back per month, every month, he's like, dude, and he went through a marriage bust-up, terrible situation. His wife left him for another woman. So not just I'm over you, but I'm also over your whole sex, and I'm going for women. I mean, that's got to feel pretty bad, right? So, yeah, look, nothing. I just know that I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to pursue that avenue, landscape-wise. Yeah. And you know what Dee used to do as a job, which is kind of interesting? He was an electronics technician. It was always like, back in the day, it's like, dude, my stereo is not working, or it's my tape player's chewing tapes. Can you fix it? Be like, yeah, sure. And he'd fix anything. Like, he's a magician, right? I didn't even know anything about that kind of stuff, and he could fix. I had a CD player that just kept skipping, and he's like, I was like, can you fix this for me, man? He's like, yeah, yeah. And I took it to his house, and that was the red stereo that he had on his front seat of his car for about 8 months. He just never got around to it. I just saw those lights flickering on. Charlotte Rose posted some pics. Rob shared on Facebook, and some people on it on Facebook. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, man. Thank you. Oh, that light's gone very quickly, hasn't it? I mean, the color's gone very quickly. We've got a little bit left in the guts here on the camera. We're still, at this point, we're at 100 shutter speed. That's the lowest shutter speed that we can go, and then we start playing with ISO. So we're going down. Oh, hold on. Where's the orange? There's the orange. Got to get. You want me to have a tan? I need a tan, don't I? Benny, I like painting landscapes. Images can be helpful as a reference. Yeah, right. Yeah. Aero Gamer in the chat. G'day, Aero Gamer. How you going, man? Cheers, buddy. Good to see you. Beautiful lighting. Yeah, it's beautiful out here right now. Very, very pretty. Very, very lucky to be sharing a Jax with you on the stream at a beautiful scenic location. We've had a sunset. There's been about 4 people turn up with their cars, and they've just been like, ah, shit, someone's got that spot. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Too right we have. You can join us. I got a spare chair. They've gone already. I got to think about getting some kind of like mosquito candles or something. Like, as we move into warmer months, we're gonna need to protect ourselves against flying insects, bombardments from above. Benny Crawford. Cheers for the tumbler glass, Benny Crawford. I'm a bit late. That's okay, Aero Gamer. It's good to have you here, man. Now, I don't want to dig too deep into this right now because I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I gotta say, that's a bit bright. I gotta say, if this stream was on DLive right now, do you think we'd have more than 8 viewers? Probably, right? There'd be more than 8 viewers watching. What is it about YouTube that... Is it simply the size of the platform? So I'm streaming now, and you guys that are regulars know me, and you know I'm streaming, so you're here. Thank you very much for that, by the way. I don't want to come across as arrogant. Thank you so much. But what is it about YouTube that they don't promote this stuff?
Steak?
Money's too tight for steak.
Steak?
Cut of meat, cut of meat, cut of meat, cut of meat, cut of meat.
Charlotte Rose, cut of meat, cut of meat, cut of meat. Thank you so much for the super chat. That's twice today, Charlotte Rose. I streamed this morning and you dropped the cut of meat, cut of meat. Thank you, Charlotte. Thank you so much. That's really, really generous, really kind of you. Thank you. Hendrik said, don't get me wrong, there's nothing more relaxing than landscape photography. Love it. And I agree, Hendrik. And don't get me wrong, I like landscape photography. I'm just not very good at it. Not a breath of wind here, Benny. It's dead still. Absolutely dead set still here. This is the primo time to be here. Wow. Last light at 6:06. What time is it now? It is. It's only. Oh, that's only 10 minutes away. Holy crap! That's gone fast. Is that a different type of Jack, Arrow? No, this is just a regular Jack and Coke. However, it does have extra branding on the back. It's got like a kind of an extra little, just a marketing thing, but it's just regulation Jack and Coke, Jack and Cola. Gil says part of this is the fact that you had to restart the stream. I mean, yeah, sure. I linked out the old link to a lot of places. That's definitely a fact, definitely a factor. But on YouTube, on DLive, potentially by now I may even be on the carousel on the homepage. Whereas to get on the, could you imagine if this stream was on the trending tab on YouTube right now? There would be a couple of thousand people watching. What have I got to do to get that happening? I don't know either. Dead silence. I don't know. It's a beast. Billions of people. Right, Benny. Definitely a beast out there.
Money's too tight for steak.
Steak?
Love your content on YouTube and DLive. It makes the weekends fun and interesting.
TKK, thank you so much for that very generous super chat. Holy shit, 20 bucks. Love your content on YouTube and DLive. It makes the weekends fun and interesting. Thank you so much, man. Cheers, dude. Wow, thank you, dude. That's so kind, TKK. And how's that? You saw my family today as well. That's cool. That's cool. The water looks smooth as glass. It's a little bit of a ripple out there. It's like there's a little bit of a sandbank, a shallow area. The names on the back through you, Aero Gamer. Yeah, this is just like a... By the way, if you're thinking about collecting Jack Daniels, you should grab some of these cans. These cans aren't going to be around forever. They're going to go back to just a regular backing. And if you've got a stash of these... Charlotte Rose, I've got a buttery microwave popcorn and a Twix bar. Hell yeah. That sounds like fun, Charlotte. Gil, you're a bigger influence on DLive. I mean, here's the thing with that. Am I, or is it just because there's less crew on DLive? Like, is my reach on DLive proportionately the same as my reach here on YouTube, but on DLive, simply because there's more people, there's less people, then it stands out more? Because aside from the very obvious, the music stuff and like the way I've tailored these streams to suit YouTube, the content's not that different. I mean, it is kind of, but it is, yeah, I'm just wondering, like, are we literally talking about numbers and that's it? That's the only difference, the numbers. A magpie came over. Someone clipped that for the Clip It competition. Just kidding. Gil says, YouTube, it's all about the shock value and chilling at the end of the day won't grab 14-year-olds. Yeah, but you know what would grab a 14-year-old or a 15-year-old? If I had a chick here with me in a bikini. And like, realistically, that would be something I would do, right? But would I pay a model to hang out with me on stream just to get those views? No. But if it happened on the, like, someone said to me, I got a comment just this morning, right? Someone said to me, why don't you tell us about your German girlfriend? Why don't we see your German girlfriend anymore? What happened with your German girlfriend? And I was thinking, first of all, you don't even know that girl, and you don't even know the relationship I had with her because I didn't tell you. And just because I put myself out online doesn't necessarily mean I've got to put my entire self out. So how dare you tell me what I've got to do with my content? It's like this person was pretty forceful about what I should and shouldn't do. And I was like, I didn't say this, but my basic reply to him was, all this said from someone with no content of their own. Your comments mean absolutely nothing to me, which they do, because he's basically telling me how I should have lived my life on YouTube to satisfy his wants, right? What he wants to see on my channel, I've got to do for him. It's like, that's not how it works, dude, hey. And by the way, the German girl, she wasn't even keen on being on the channel to start with. So, I mean, that's probably why we didn't work out, right? But, man, that's gotten a little pink up there in the sky. Oh, shit, yeah. Interesting situation, though, right? Interesting situation. We know that the channels with bikini girls get more views, obviously, right? I mean, I'd click on a thumbnail with a bikini chick. Of course I would. Yeah. It's all about shock value on YouTube. For the D-Live drive-in, Benon, you want to go to a drive-in together, Charlotte, on the drive-in. YouTube is not a streaming platform. It's about video. D-Live is about streaming. Gil, I gotta disagree with that. YouTube definitely understands the value of live streaming. They're certainly in that space. They're not pushing that shit aside. I mean, you look at all the changes they're constantly making to the YouTube Studio Beta. They're well and truly versed in how important live streaming is. I'd kind of disagree with that. And exclusive contracts with certain streamers to come onto the platform and stay themselves. Just going to give myself a little bit less on the face there. That's what I'd say. That's what I did say. In the chit chat, Aero Gamer got a nice bottle of white in the fridge for the wife and I at dinner. Aero, hell yeah. Listen, Bannon, listen. Listen, listen. Everybody has well, not everybody, but a lot of streamers have a moment, right? A moment that gets looked back on. And I gotta say, Gil, that your moment is definitely that Warrior interview. That's, if you could say, oh, how was your first 6 months on D-Live? Like, if you could take the whole 6 months and say from here to here, what's gone down? How's it been? Pinpoint like a couple of highlights. That Warrior interview, wow, definitely gold. Definitely gold. Absolutely gold to watch and gold to see you. Like I said, to see the way you handled that. That's gold. Benny says, I like the YouTube algorithm. I lean so much every day thanks to it. You like the YouTube algorithm, Benny? Really? You're the only one I've ever heard say that. Seriously? What do you like about it? You learn so much from the YouTube algorithm? Really? Hendrick's opening up at a red. Go for it, Hendrick. Gilski, just because YouTube has live streaming doesn't change their core focus. Okay, that's fair. That's fair, Gil. That's fair. That's fair, Gil. So, Gil, on that note, would you say, is it worthwhile even doing this content on YouTube? Like, is this? Oh, look at the sunset. That is absolutely fucking amazing right now. Is this worth doing on YouTube? I don't know. I mean, I'm being as genuine about this as possible. Is it worth me doing this on YouTube? I've already got my opinions on that, but I want to hear yours as well. Yeah, totally, Gil. Appreciate the feedback and that we get so much value from it. Right on, right on. It's a strange world. It's a strange world. I understand the value and the necessity of YouTube, but I struggle to... By the way, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification button so that you get reminded of every time I go live. Don't forget to link comments in the description field down below. Oh, get a thumbnail. It's like, the sun went down. Gil says, I think so. It's worth doing on YouTube. I'm trying to change my focus into live streaming into YouTube videos. Heaps faster. Here's the thing with that comment. I think if I read that correctly, I'm trying to change my focus into live streaming into YouTube videos. Here's the thing what I'm going to be doing. When we come back from the break, right? When we come back from the big sabbatical of YouTube, I'm going to be delivering seated content, sitting at home. Basically, the setup that you see on DLive, I'm going to make videos using that setup. So it's going to be sitting at the computer. I'm going to have overlays and stuff. It's going to be like, oh, I want to talk a little like this stream this morning about Leafy, about the Leafy is here situation. I'd make a 13-minute video. Basically, what it would be a live stream, but it would be a video. Same kind of go to Twitter, check the video, check the links, whatever. Have all that on screen. I don't know if you guys know a guy called The Quartering. He's a YouTube commentator, and he does the sort of stuff that he's doing is what I kind of inadvertently, that's where I want to take my content. Not all of it, but some of it for sure. And it's going to take the form of some of my daily vlogs that have certain elements to them that could be stretched out into a long form video. That's what I'm going to do with those videos. So let's just say, for instance, maybe I'm talking about a new set of fins or a new leash or the Bell Surf Wax. Instead of a 4-minute daily vlog where I show you the Bell Surf Wax, I'll stretch that shit out to a 10-minute video, monetize that from start to end. And that's how I'm going to play it. That's how I'm going to play the algorithm. Charlotte, there's been a few comments here. Charlotte, no Duna and Wizard of Oz in wind effect for you tonight. Ben on right. It's in the van if I do need to get it though. The gentleman just turned up here. I hope I haven't taken his spot. Aero Gamer. Hopefully down in Warrnambool in March for Lifesaving Carnival. We are staying extra nights because we love it there. Charlotte, you're lucky. Oh, you're going to take a road trip. Okay, cool. Gil says, when I stream on YouTube, getting next to nothing for it. When I stream on DLive, love all around. Yeah, and I mean, that's clearly the case here for me as well. And Rob says, yes, because it stays on YouTube forever, and if someone such as Crookhaven Heads did live video will come up. Yeah, exactly, Rob, exactly. And I recognize that, and I understand that. I'm also going to give you a bit more ISO here, folks. Let me just crank this ISO up a little. We'll go up to, that's ISO 200. So we're at ISO 200. And we can't change anything more on the shutter speed. We're already down to 100. So we're going to be ramping the shutter speed, the ISO up, sorry. And this light's going to go down progressively. Aero Gamer says, the only way to watch the Atlanta Braves on Monday is through YouTube live streaming, no TV of this game. I mean, this is a thing that YouTube, sadly, in my mind, they're moving more into that space. Like, for my thoughts, that's not YouTube. That's broadcasting terrestrial television, terrestrial over-the-air television, which should go to terrestrial over-the-air television. Why does YouTube need that? YouTube needs this kind of content. You don't see this content on TV because I don't have a network behind me. I don't have a broadcast station. That's what YouTube is. Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? That's what it was supposed to be. Commence rant. I see I missed a comment from Benny. Benny said a comment about the algorithm. Benny says, the algorithm, it directs me to the next thing I need to learn. It hears my conversations and knows my intentions somehow. Okay. Well, that's yeah, as a viewer, then great. You're getting the best experience that you can on YouTube. That's good, man. It's good. I'm glad to hear that. I guess as a creator, it's up to me to somehow tailor my content to slide into that. That's the never-ending saga or drama or situation. You know what's really, really bugging me? That these lights aren't on yet. this light here isn't on yet. That's kind of making me that's making my photography mind uneasy. Let's give you a little more ISO here, folks. We're going to continue to ramp this till we get to 1600. We're at 200 right now. Oops, that's the wrong way. So we're going to go to 250. That's 250. This light will go down a little. That's up, that's down. Yeah, interesting one. Interesting one, folks. It directed me toward making your new board. Really? Wow. So many mosquitoes here. I don't. I want to make somewhat. I want to make an impact. That's the thing. I want to make an impact. I want to make an impact. And I don't know if I can on YouTube. It's not going to stop me trying, though. I'm going to continue to try. I'm going to continue to push. But it does get a little disheartening. It's a little disheartening. The lights should be on. Yeah. That's a street lamp that's not working, obviously. Benny says that got you frothing with manufacturing videos. Yeah, okay. So that's so you went on like a YouTube sort of like, we used to call it a YouTube off, me and an ex-girlfriend. Actually, that's kind of funny to think back. Me and the ex, right? The one that I've talked about a few times. We used to do like Friday or Saturday nights, we'd go to like, there was a really cool cafe called the Stunned Mullet across the street, or just down the street from where we lived. From the house that I bought that she slid into. Not a house, an apartment, sorry. And we'd get a burger from the Stunned Mullet. Really, really, really tasty stuff. And then we'd sit down at night in front of the Apple TV, and we'd basically take turns to go through YouTube and bring up funny videos. We used to call it the YouTube off. The YouTube off. That's kind of funny. Charlotte Rose says, you should do a thumbnail, what my German girlfriend is up to now. Scandalous. Laugh my ass off. I actually spoke to her a couple of days ago. She's had an interesting time. Going up to 400 there, folks. 400 ISO. No, I spoke to her. I spoke to my my German friend yesterday, day before yesterday. Yeah. I gotta say this about her. She is very, very, very different now to when we were hanging out together. She's extremely different. She's a totally different person. Like, I recall when we were hanging out, she would get angry, or not angry, but angsty when I would suggest, let's take a walk on the beach. And she wouldn't even really know how to walk on the sand, or she was uncomfortable on the rocks. I mean, she's from Germany, right? She's from Dresden, basically a landlocked city. They got the Elbe, the river, and that's it. So she'd never really been to the coast before. Maybe she'd been a couple of times up to the Black Sea, but she came to Australia, and I'm like scrambling over. I was like, oh, I want to show you this cool rock pool. Actually not far from here, there's a really, really rad spot. I want to take you guys, and it's going to be a video because it couldn't be a live stream, but there's a really cool, it's really strange actually. It's a rock pool. It's about as big as a vehicle, so it's quite a large circle. It's almost a rectangle, more like it. But in the very center, out of the bottom of the rock pool, literally there's a rock pillar that goes up, and it sits there like a table. So you could take a whole bunch of drinks and put them in ice on the table, and then you've got a 360-degree swimming pool. It's a rock pool. And it's deep too. It's like about 7 feet deep. And I want to take her there. I want to take her there. And the thing is, when we were hanging out, she wouldn't go there. Like, that would be like something she wouldn't be interested in. Too difficult to walk over the rocks, too difficult to scramble over the sand, blah, 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 blah. And now I see, and it's been like 2 years, but I've seen so much cool stuff from her. I actually said to her, you've kind of blown me away with how outgoing you are, because you weren't like that before. And she said, yeah, I took a while to find my feet. My language wasn't great. I was also going through a breakup. So she had a lot going on, and I guess I went a little hard on her, and I wanted someone that was more chill, and she wasn't. But I think she is now, or she seems to be. I'm gonna crank that up a little. Back in the chit chat. Charlotte Rose, I'm done with men. Are you gonna go lesbian? Is that the deal there? Benny with the trumpet? Benny with the trumpet? Is that for Charlotte Rose, trumpet? Just going to party it up and have fun once we're all free to roam again. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, Charlotte. Nothing. Don't get that wrong. Benny says, come to Queensland. I'd love to be in Queensland right now. There you go. There's an invite. There's an invite for you, Charlotte. Let's go to Queensland. Look at that. Should we give you a little more? We're up to 500 ISO, folks. We can only go to 1600 max. That's 640. Oh, shit. And I'm ramping this down every time we do. Oh. If you go and visit Hendrick in Queensland and you two are together and with Benny Crawford, and if you don't live stream that on a channel, either Benny Crawford's channel, Charlotte Rose's channel, or Hendrick's channel, I'll be very upset. I'll come flying up to Queensland in Steve Van and demand that you stream. I won't actually, but it'd be good. It'd be good to see. It would... As how do I word this? It's so rad to see Gil streaming, but it would be so rad to see all of you yahoos streaming on DLive. There, I said it. Oh shit, folks, it's getting dark. 640, 800 ISO there. Red Heart. That looks insane down there, doesn't it? Benny says, you're welcome anytime, Benon. And Rob says, you'll demand that you stream. I'll be the stream Nazi. Be like, you. Oh, shit. Can I say that on YouTube? I'll be the stream guy. I agree. Everyone needs to stream. A Give Fest. The Gives Fest. The Gives Fest. That's actually got a good ring to it. The Gives Fest. The Gives Fest. A festival of vlogging, live streams, and music. Oh, that light just gone a little bit sketchy there. The Gives Fest. Interesting. All good things begin with a little idea, don't they? And potentially a beverage. A Gives meet up. Cut of meat, 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 up. The Gives two-way street. It's a very difficult color gradient to paint, Benny, at this point. There's a fishing boat. You're going to see it come into the frame just very soon, coming through those trees. It's heading out. Normally boats coming in at this time. They must be going out for a night fish. You'll see it coming around. There's you see a blinking light now. Let's all go to Culburra for the Gives Fest. I'm going to ramp the ISO up to 1,000. Oh shit, folks, 1,000. What? The GH5 goes to 1,600, and well, it goes to 30. It goes to 6,400, but my crikey, that's just So grainy. I'll show it to you when we get to it, and you'll see what it's like. Like, nah, dude, end the stream. When there's no more light to be had, there's no more light to be had. Would you believe I haven't done one slash yet? I'm busting though, but I kind of don't want to get up now because it's so close to the end of the light that I want to sit here with you. Steve Ann needs to have a segment like Carpool Karaoke with us yahoos. The trouble with that is I can't put anybody in Steve Ann. I was thinking about buying, and ride with me on this. I was thinking about buying a small Pelican case and setting it up like setting it up to be almost like a permanent thing where all I've got to do is open it up and plug a cable in or a series of cables in, and then it's kind of like, then you could even, technically you could even close it at that point. But the thing is, the LiveView Solo and both the 4G modems, they generate heat. Entschuldigung bitte. And I think if I enclosed it in a Pelican case, it would be a disaster because there would be no airflow. So currently they're sitting on the passenger footwell in Steve Ann, and like literally, if I had a guest with me, like if someone came on a stream, to start with, the camera wouldn't be able to see them because it's not wide enough, and I don't want to shoot with a GoPro in the van because that's lousy. But it's not wide enough to get both the passenger and the driver. But a bigger van will be big enough. Might I now alert you to the almighty electric van fund just down below here. Right here. Where is it? Right here. Ah, shit, I can't get to it. You can see it on the screen. Someday, folks. Someday. Oh, crikey, don't sing on YouTube. Ding, 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 ding. Demonetization. That jack is finished. This ISO needs to go up here, folks, to 1250. 1250. Oh, shit. Benny says it would be good if Steve Ann had a voice like Kit in that old Hasselhoff show, Knight Rider. Don't sing it. Not that I remember the theme. We need a bus. We need a bus. I need a bus to slash. I gotta take 2 seconds to have a quick slash, folks. Enjoy the view while I have a slash. I've really got to do this. I haven't done one yet. That had to be done. I was absolutely busting. It's funny though, I hadn't thought about that until I thought about it, and then when I thought about it, I needed to go. Now, what did I miss in the chit-chat? We need a coach. You'll throw your vac out. I like a carnival for cleaning houses. I mean, the ultimate thing would be a huge four-wheel drive solar-powered bus. Because, I mean, as it stands, Steve Ann is like a day tripper, right? An overnight day tripper. By the way, you can't sleep here. Like, there's signs everywhere saying, you know, no overnight stays. Carnival. Let me change from 1250 to... That's 1600, folks. That's the last ISO we go to. The stream could be called Fishing... Hang on a second. What have I missed in it? You could hire a Merc Sprinter. You would bring a coach, Charlotte Rose. Aero Gamer, the stream could be called Fishing Boat Goes Past at Crookhaven. See, here's the other thing too. How could I So this is episode 3. This is Culburra Beach IRL live stream 2540. That's what I've titled the stream. Should I be changing these titles, or should they be left as they are? What do you guys think? And what about the thumbnail? Should I be like doing a stupid ass thumbnail? Is that what I got to do to get people to watch this, or what? Who would coach us yahoos, and what would it cost, Benny? I'm up for the task. There's nothing left in these jacks. And I can't legally have any more anyway. Very, very, very fine scene. Very lovely location. Very nice to share this with you. Streaming from Steve Hand style. Hey, YouTube, if you're here listening, YouTube, could I get a little bit of love, maybe? Next time, maybe put me on the trending tab. Give me a little bit of love. It'd be nice to get more crew in the chat here. That's just what I'm saying, YouTube. I mean, yo, Susie. Yo, Miss Wojcicki. If you're watching, it'd be nice to have a little bit more love from YouTube. Just to sort of, you know, I'm out here doing the thing. Just to let you know that I'm here. It'd be nice to have you there giving me the support back. That'd be nice. Just putting that out there. Susie! Susie. That's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen, is it? Keep making content. We need you on the platform. Do you know what I discovered recently? There's a place called Brand New Tube. Do you know Brand New Tube? Brand New. It's called Brand New YouTube. Have you guys seen it? It's called Brand New YouTube. Check it out. Could you imagine 14,000 people watching? I mean, at that point, I would be struggling to engage the chat, but I would be very happy that many people are getting to see. Like you guys all saw this, right? You saw what was here. Like, there'd be so many crew on this planet that would want to see this if YouTube would just promote it. But they don't. They don't care. They don't care if I stream or not. I reckon I've put Culburra Beach on the map though. The YouTube map, I've claimed it. Benny Crawford, please surf your new board. Maybe waves tomorrow. I hope so. Dude, there's nothing today. Did you see today? It was completely flatlined. I guess the other alternative, and this probably is more of a realistic approach, forget everything about YouTube and just keep streaming. Don't even like I was going to say, don't even think about the numbers. It's hard not to when they're staring you in the face, but 13 viewers on a live stream, maybe I shouldn't even be looking at that. Maybe I should just be like, okay, just continue to do what you're doing, dude. Like, continue to be you on YouTube. There's that angle. What do you think? Rob says, I reckon you put Crookhaven heads on the map. Maybe. If you do, can you do a search right now on YouTube for Culburra Beach and, like, honestly, search. Hey, by the way, if you've got a secondary browser that you're not subscribed or you're not signed in on anything, just go to youtube.com and search for Culburra Beach and tell me where I come. Where do I fall in those searches? Do I fall at the top, or if you could be so kind to help me out there, and I'll help you out by giving you a test. You want to try 3200 ISO? I think 1600 is the max, but we'll go 32 here just to show you, and then we'll go back. That's 2000. That's 2500. That's 3200. That's grainy. Let's go 60. Look at that. This is why I don't go past 1600. I could obviously turn this down. Almost turn it all the way off, right? You're getting just the light off the. That's the light off the laptop at that point. That's That's the reason I don't do that. I think the maximum you'd want is 1600, which is there. That's as absolute as far as you should push the ISO on the GH5, in my opinion. In my humble opinion. And that does make it pretty much the end of the stream, I suppose. At this point, there's no point playing around with, there's no more light to be had. Interesting stuff though, isn't it? You know what else is interesting? That means the next stream that we're going to be doing will be Crookhaven heads to Kalala Bay. Oh wait, no, we should do Comerong Island. Yeah, we're going across the waters here. We'll go across to Comerong Island. Should we do Comerong Island or Greenwell Point? Benny Crawford with a wine glass. Thank you, Benny. Should we do 1.5 meter southerly swell? That actually could be good. It could come around the headland. Lobster and wine, Benny. You got lobster, dude? Live the high life, Benny Crawford. Hey, let me ask you guys. Let me ask you literally to decide. Shall we do Comerong Island on the next Streaming from Steve Van YouTube stream, or should we do Greenwell Point first? Greenwell Point will be a suburban experience. Comerong Island will be an island experience. It'll involve going over on a punt. We're going to do both eventually, but what should we do first? Greenwell Point, Hendrik Eber? Okay, we'll do Greenwell Point first. So that means next week, this time, weather permitting, we'll be doing this very stream on DLive. And then the week after will be a week off. We'll come back with Greenwell Point stream we'll go from Crookhaven Heads to Greenwell Point. Be a bit of a drive, actually. Be the first time we've done a fairly lengthy drive. And we'll be swapping between towers too, so we could have an interesting one. Back Beach could be good tomorrow with a southerly swell. Depends on what kind of a southerly swell, because that's a south-facing beach. So that would be better. That would be better on a northeasterly swell where it wraps around the point. But man, that just got bright. We'll check it anyway. But folks, there's nothing left to be seen behind. Are you guys cool if we wrap things up here? Is everybody cool to call this? I mean, you got nothing there except for the big pole, the Stobie pole. If you're in a, I was going to say Canadian. If you're from Adelaide. Actually, that's not a Stobie pole, but big telegraph pole. Are you guys cool if we wrap this up, or do you want to? Do you got anything else you want to add? You want to add to it? You want to add to this? I'm happy to talk to you, but if you think like I think that it's getting to that point where there's no background props, we might as well wrap it. I guess we can wrap it. What do you think? I'll leave it up to you to decide. You decide. Not sure if I like this orange light on my face. I kind of like the white light, but that's so bright. I don't know. What do you guys think? The white, that white light there, it's better, isn't it? Piano bar at 7:30, Gil at 8 o'clock. I'm going to be jumping in on Gil's stream later on. I've got Timbo's over here for Father's Day early tomorrow. Let's wrap it. Okay, Hendrik says let's wrap. Great stream, Benon. Love the sunset. Cool, man. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate you guys being here. I really appreciate you being here. I know it's like you guys might be getting sick of me constantly saying, you know, the numbers and this and that, YouTube and stuff. I know that, and you know, it's just, it bugs me, it concerns me, but that's what it is, and it's not going to stop me creating. I'll always be me on YouTube. I'm gonna mix it up a little, but it's gonna be me on YouTube. That's the nature of it, folks. We've got to put this. I don't know if I need to. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'm gonna continue to have a few drinks at home tonight, and I'll see you all on the next DLive stream tomorrow afternoon. Also, we'll be doing this stream here on D Live next week, either Saturday or Sunday. Hey, I can hear that outro music rolling. I hope you guys can too. Thanks for being with me here. Thank you for the super chats. Much appreciated. Thank you all, you beautiful people, the givers. It's a two-way street. It's a two-way street. Cheers.